Quick disclaimer before this video starts. Originally, I was going to get another one out for today, but it's going to take a lot longer than I thought to make. So instead, I went with another topic that's been on my radar for quite some time. The video that was supposed to go up today will be pushed back to next Saturday. I apologize for the inconvenience, and I hope you enjoy today's small theory. I'd say that one of the most exciting times of the Breath of the Wild craze was the anticipation for the game's DLC. Not the first expansion pass, though it was fun to play, with its Trial of the Sword, new Master Mode, and a couple of other features. But it was that last bit of the DLC trailer back at E3 2017 that got people interested. A short segment was shown featuring the second expansion pass, called the Champion's Ballad. We wouldn't know anything about it until we got a new trailer at the Game Awards. And there was no time to analyze this as they, released it that night.
Available tonight! Buy!
But we knew absolutely nothing about the second wave of DLC prior to the Game Awards, aside from what it would be called. As expected, this led to a lot of speculation as to what this expansion may hold. From having you rebuild Hyrule with Zelda, to letting you actually play as the champions. Which, spoilers, neither happened. But there was one prediction that was fairly accurate. There were theories of a fifth divine beast within Breath of the Wild. Now this idea in itself wasn't that shocking, but there was more to back up this claim. In the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab, you can find a strange model hanging from the ceiling. It has the exact same style used for the Sheikah technology such as shrines and divine beasts. Plus, it's shaped as some sort of animal. This implies that whatever hung upon the ceiling of the slab was, in fact, a divine beast. Well, we did end up getting a fifth dungeon for the game, though its shape had no similarities to what we saw at the Hateno laboratory. But this leaves us with the important question. If the model seen in the Ancient Lab isn't connected to the dungeon from the Champion's Ballad DLC, what is it? When you look at the overall shape of it, it appears to resemble a sea creature. We do have Divine Beast Varuta, which is the water-themed dungeon of the game, so it's possible that this was an early design of the Zora's Divine Beast. You could even say that it's a prototype the Sheikah constructed before creating the four we see in the game. But there isn't much we can find to prove this, as the information given is already at a bare minimum. Searching the lab yields no results, and even the pages attached to this model show nothing but scribbles. But if we're thinking sea creatures, the Leviathans do come to mind. The bones of these colossal beasts can be found in Hebra, Eldin, and the Gerudo Wasteland. It's rumored that they went extinct thousands of years ago for different reasons. Unfortunately, none of them share any distinct features with the one in the lab, but perhaps the Sheikah took inspiration from these Leviathans and is why they constructed the four dungeons to resemble giant animals. But while I was skimming through the Masterwork / Creating a Champion book, I remembered an image I once saw that stood out to me. Pages 203 to 219 feature rough concepts of the Sheikah technology, but what we'll focus on is 206. There's some early designs of the four divine beasts: Ruda, Rudania, Meadow, and Naburus. And directly below that are ones of other animals that we don't see in the final game. Do you see it? There's one at the bottom left that depicts a Manta Ray. Now look at its concept image sketch. If we compare it to the model within the lab, it's very similar in design, from the overall shape to the matching body parts. You can see the fins, the head, and the short tail. In fact, the only part that's missing is this top bit that acts as some sort of lighthouse in the design. And while the front isn't perfect, both designs have the cephalic fins you would find on the head of a manta ray. Of course, it's not a perfect match, but given the fact that before this we had no clue what it was supposed to be, it matches up pretty well with what we see in the book. I'm not the only person who has thought of this either. After doing some research, I discovered that others have also pointed it out on Reddit. I'll have a link to the whole post down below. And this confirms that at one point, a Manta Ray was considered as one of the dungeons. Also, out of all these designs, the only one that shows us a sketch of the side view is this specific image. My thoughts are that during development, the team probably made small models of different Divine Beast designs to view how they looked when rendered in 3D. Perhaps they kept one of the the unused models in the game as a sort of Easter egg. Something I would like to do one day is look through all of the game's files to hopefully find this model. Perhaps the file name could give us hints as to whether this theory holds any ground or not, which is where you guys come in. If anyone has access to a file dump for this game and wants to share it, feel free to contact me via my Discord group. The link to that will be in the description. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching this video, as I appreciate all of your support. We're getting closer to 160,000 subscribers, which is kinda nice. I wonder if we can break 200k before the year ends. Well, one can only dream. Stay tuned for next week, as that video is going to be pretty awesome. Special thanks to all my patrons, as you are all absolutely, positively awesome. If you too want to donate, then check the link to my Patreon where you can donate $1 a month. But never feel obligated to do so. See you guys next week.